Good morning, class. I am Teacher Teofan, and for today, we will be discussing a noun phrase. What is a noun phrase? A noun phrase is a group of words that indicate a noun. Like any noun, a noun phrase can act as a subject, object, or a complement in a sentence. For example, singing in the bath relaxes me. Here, the noun phrase is the subject of the verb relaxes. Second, we have I know the back streets. Here, the noun phrase is the direct object of the verb know. And lastly, she was the devil in disguise. Here, the noun phrase is a subject complement following the linking verb was. A noun phrase is always either the subject or object of the verb. Example, noun phrase as a subject. The spotted puppy is up for adoption. The bohemian house was brightly decorated. The zookeeper is polite. So in the sentences given, the noun phrase is used to indicate what the sentence is about. For example, here is the spotted puppy, the bohemian house, and the zookeeper. In contrast, we have here the noun phrase as the object of the sentence. First example, Mary loves the new album of Olivia. Taylor attended the wedding of Ariana. And lastly, we have I want a puppy for Christmas. So we can see here the difference between noun phrase used as an object and noun phrase used as a subject. So in the sentences given, the noun phrase receives the action of the verb. For example, the new album of Olivia is loved by Mary. So the new album receives the action of the verb love. That goes the same way with the second example, the wedding of Ariana. So the noun phrase receives the action of the verb attended. So that is the difference between a noun phrase used as an object of the sentence and a noun phrase used as a subject of the sentence. A noun phrase can be produced from determiner and noun. It's basically combining these two to have noun phrase. So the determiners include articles, demonstratives, possessives, and quantifiers. So what do we mean by article? Article is in any member of a class dedicated words that are used to mark identifiability. We have an examples like the, a, and an. Demonstratives, on the other hand, are words that is used to refer an object. It indicates what an object is referring to. For example, this and that. Possessives, on the other hand, indicate relationships of possession, like for example, I, your, we, and they. And lastly, quantifiers. Quantifiers express quality and quantity of an object, like for example, a lot, much, and some. Example we have, first one, the beautiful weather. The beautiful weather. So this uses the article the. Second one, this project proposal. This project proposal. So the demonstrative here is the word this. Third one, your beautiful mother. Your beautiful mother. So the possessive used here is the word your. And lastly, a lot of chocolate sauce. A lot of chocolate sauce. So the quantifier is the word a lot. Again, the quantifier is the word a lot. That ends our discussion for today. I hope you understand so much about noun phrase. Thank you for listening and keep safe.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Kristine Nuguit, and let's come now to our next lesson, as this is interesting as the previous one. So, in this lesson, I'm gonna teach you what is all about an adjective phrase, what does an adjective phrase consist of, and how to identify an adjective phrase in a sentence. So, an adjective phrase or adjectival phrase is more than a group of words that has an adjective in it. An adjective phrase is actually a group of words that describe or modifies a noun or a pronoun in a sentence. So what do you think is the difference between an adjective and an adjective phrase? Basically, there's nothing much difference between the two. The only difference is that an adjective simply is a word that describes a noun or a pronoun such as beautiful, smart, excited, tall, etc. Whereas an adjective phrase uses a group of words describing or modifying a noun or a pronoun in a sentence such as perfectly good, intimately appealing, wonderfully bright, and etc. So we will further elaborate this later. So, what does an adjective phrase consist of? An adjective phrase can be formed out of an intensifier and an adjective. First, what is an intensifier? Intensifier is a person or thing that intensifies. In other words, intensifier can be an adverb that is used to give force or emphasis. What are intensifiers? Really, very boldly, supremely, and fully are few examples of intensifiers. As what I am saying, an adjective phrase consists of an intensifier and an adjective. So let's take an example and understand this. So, in a sample sentence, the dazzlingly beautiful bride walked down the aisle. In this case, the intensifier is the adverb dazzlingly plus the adjective beautiful with the noun bride. Therefore, the dazzlingly beautiful is the adjective phrase that modifies the noun bride. So let's take a look at one more example. The dish was surprisingly delicious. In this example, surprisingly delicious is an adjective phrase which gives information about the noun dish. However, sometimes one adjective isn't descriptive enough. In this case, a series of adjectives can work together as an adjective phrase to describe a noun or a pronoun, such as in a sample sentence, she has the most silky, smooth, and radiant hair I've ever seen. The awesomely multi-talented young man earns a lot of praises from the public. So, as you can see, there are more than one adjectives. Silky, smooth, radiant are presented in the sentence. Hence, adjectives should be placed in a correct order. In the correct order of adjectives, what comes first is the determiner or quantity. This includes the article, a, the, and etc. Then it is followed by the observation or quality. Then followed by size, shape, age, color, origin, material, qualifier or purpose, and what comes last is the noun or the subject. So now let's explore more examples to further elaborate adjective phrases. So, sample sentence is the big scary dog chased the old man. So the adjective there is the big and scary, and the noun is the dog. So in this sample sentence, the adjective phrase is big scary, which gives information to the and modifies the noun dog. Next is My brand new car is extremely fancy. So, the adjective phrase is extremely fancy. Then, your freakingly wicked eyes makes me fall under my chair, John said. So in this sample sentence, the adjective phrase is freakingly wicked eyes. Freakingly wicked eyes. And lastly, the sample sentence, this adorable tiny blue hat suits him for his birthday party. The adjective phrase is adorable tiny blue. Adorable tiny blue. Yes, adorable tiny blue. So, again, adjective phrase is a group of words that modify or describe a noun or pronoun in a sentence, thus functioning as adjectives. So, hope you guys learned something meaningful in today's lesson, and have a great day.